So thank you guys for being present. This is a very interesting day in the tarot world. But today we're going to spice things up a bit. We're using the wisdom of the runes, okay? Um, let's give you guys some information about runes. This is your first time being introduced to it. I'm still learning. And you have questions? Let's find out. So, introduction. I'm going to skip some of the paragraphs and just get straight to what you need to hear. Rooms are a fabulous way to cut through the noise and reconnect to your intuition. Like tarot or astrology, runes are a tool to help you uncover hidden knowledge. For centuries, people have turned to them for a dose of guidance and inspiration. Each rune symbolizes an aspect of life's mysteries, struggles, and joys, from relationships and money to purpose and passion. So, what exactly are runes? They're the angular symbols that make up a runic alphabet, a system of writing that was used by ancient Germanic peoples. These days, they're best known for their deeper and more magical purpose as a form of divination. So that's just a bit of an introduction, okay? To runes, okay? That's why we're spicing things up a bit. As well, we're using the oracle cards or inspiration cards. Inspiration. And finding inner peace inspiration cards. Become the best version of yourself. This is what we're using. Inspiration cards. So we're combining runes and inspiration cards together for this message. And I'm very grateful to be delivering this message because the discipline that I've learned with runes, it helps me to slow down and be able to take my time making long-term range generational decisions that will positively impact myself and those that I love. All right, so let's get into the community message. So, the Othala rune and the Perthro rune. Intuitively, I'm picking up that ancestral work is taking place. I feel like if you may know someone who or you may be the one doing it, but you may be delving deep into the ancestral connection that you have to understand how you're presently existing with other people. You know, let me close the window. All right, guys. So you may be doing ancestral work to understand how you um, are connecting with people with from different backgrounds and beliefs. Okay, ancestral work may be making you aware of certain habits that you may have, you know, and things of that nature. And you may be taking note of as to how when you communicate with others outside of your family unit, how they may respond or react differently to you. Okay, so that's very interesting. So we're gonna also get wisdom from the book as well. Pair throw. Let's get into it. Pair throw. The translation of it is cup. The themes that's being revealed here, well, secrets uncovered. So secrets are coming out. This could have something to do with your bloodline lineage. Secrets uncovered. I feel like we're in a time where people are no longer saying this is our family. What happens here stays here. If abuse is taking place, family members who are getting abused by family members due to external situations that are out of their control, especially if this is domestic abuse, this is coming out. And this could have people doing research on their ancestral lineage to understand how to get themselves out of a situation by understanding how their ancestors could have gotten themselves into situations like this. So if you're dealing with domestic abuse or know of people dealing with domestic abuse, they're having to rely on understanding their roots. That means if they were given wrong information about their roots, they're going to the source to find out about their roots because they need to understand how to protect themselves, especially with secrets being uncovered. And this could due to domestic abuse coming out. You're being advised to be on the lookout for subtle signals and signs. Secrets uncovered. Um, you could go for a quiet walk, and this will also be able to give you the information that you need if you do not exactly know a reliable resource to go to get the information you need. So, a lot of individuals, what I'm also picking up, secrets of domestic abuse are about to come out. Now, the fact that a lot of individuals took time to hide domestic abuse on such a highly intelligent level is very interesting. And this is why it's going to be important for you to understand your ancestral background. Because if you have individuals who are going above and beyond to hide domestic abuse, this has to do something with the ancestral background. And if you can understand how this maneuvers, you'll be able to get yourself out of a domestic abuse situation, okay? And if you're getting reminders of a toxic past romance that could have involved domestic abuse, I'll tell you guys why. It's not because you're trying to get with that person. It's more so if you left a past domestic abuse and now you're walking in your full calling. This person could think that if they get well known, you'll want them back. So this person doesn't respect your boundaries still. This person feels that they could basically become what's the word? Famous. Shit like that. And they could put out anything that they want. They could say whatever they want, how they want, when they want it, and get away with it. This person has no intentions of respecting your boundaries. This shows that if you were in a domestic abuse situation and you left the situation, this person feels that they get well known and well moneyed. They feel they'll be able to basically put out how they feel so that you won't be heard or understood or, you know, viewed as how you truly express yourself. It's kind of like someone says, "Okay, you broke my heart," and they're not willing to heal properly and healthily from it. So they try to become well known, like singers and shit, rap artists and shit like that. Um, and what they could do is use their influence to um, do community gang stalking type shit. This is a person who will basically disrespect someone that they abused and make it seem as if they were the victims. And they would use their resources to basically, gang stalk you and then make it so that you would not be able to feel safe in your own environment. This is a person I'm picking up from a past domestic abuse situation. If you have left an abusive situation, this person thought that if they got famous, they'd be able to basically have their emotions validated. They thought they'd be able to have, the toxic traits and habits that they have. They felt that people would just say, it's okay. If you got out of this muck, then that means you can basically, if you can do it, I can do it. So however he feels or she feels is validated. This person doesn't understand that we're living in a time where accountability and responsibility is required from all people. So if there are people who, decide to do get rich quick schemes, that's what I'm picking up on. A domestic abuse situation in which the person did not they weren't honest with you, that they were so reliant on you to the point they expected you to basically take care of everything. If you have a situation of this nature, or you could know someone else in this situation currently, they may be trying to get out of a situation, and the person they could be with could be very domineering to the point that they want finances so that they can basically put out whatever they want to say and do, and basically be able to just keep tabs on a person that wants nothing to do with them. They have no intention of actually getting with you. They just wanted to be like, look at what I did that you couldn't do. But they would be using their resources to basically harm the people that don't want anything to do with them, who knows about their secrets of domestic abuse. So that's very interesting that that came up. If you're getting signs, or if you're seeing things of, an ex where you could have experienced an abusive past with, or you could just be simply, getting signs like to be mindful of who it is you're dating. This is where the ancestral work is coming up at. Do some, pay attention to the subtle signs to understand how it is that your family lineage came to be. What dating habits did they have? If it's toxic, you need to take accountability and break those cycles. And if you're dealing with someone who is extremely dangerous, and will not allow you to have safety, even if you have established no contact boundaries, you have to understand your family lineage to be able to get out of a situation like that. It's a very dark situation. I'll speak from my personal experience. I've gotten out of a very dark situation. I have children with the person, and I have not yet seen my children or spoken to my children, because dealing with those people, it can be very dangerous. So much to the point, you know, I'm learning about criminal law. Okay, um, I'm learning about criminal law at this point. To basically make it so those people will not feel that they can just get away with continuing being a pain in the ass after I've gone no contact from a non for going no contact from a situation of extreme domestic abuse. And when you understand that you don't want to be abused anymore, you got to do what you got to do. And for my particular case, I'm learning criminal law. So we got to do what we got to do. So this is where the secrets uncovered coming out. Learn about your ancestral heritage will allow you to protect yourself from anything that the darkness, or the evil of the evil of whatever these secrets are is connected to it. Okay, and I want to give a bit of difference between it. Dark and evil, they're different. Dark is something that you got to accept something for what it is, ugly and all. Evil is you're still doing stupid shit. Now, secrets uncovered means there's evil connected to it, hidden evil. You could have people very close to you that could have done some treacherous things to you with secrets uncovered. This could also be, you could know someone who indulges in domestic abuse, and how do you go about doing this if there's children involved? I mean, this is where we're at a time where people are starting to think solution oriented. Now, if you understand how people will react volatile if domestic abuse is proven in anything, or if domestic abuse is something that has been well hidden and if children are involved, and this can understand how, the youth are growing up, you'll be able to understand that if you need to change anything in your generational bloodline, you're going to have to be the one to initiate it. No one is coming to save you. You're going to have to save yourself. Okay? Because secrets are coming out, and the people that don't want the secrets coming out, with what resources they do have, and with the level of awareness and thinking that they're on, they're still up to their old tricks. They're just finding ways to make it look like they're not up to their old tricks, okay? So this is where we have the Othala card, home. I feel like this is saying, focus on your home, okay? Focus on making peace with aspects of your bloodline heritage that, you can't change. It happened. However, if you choose to indulge in it, this is when it becomes intentional evil. Still doing it and knowing that you shouldn't be doing it. That's where there's an issue, okay? But becoming solution oriented so that when your children are at a decent age, to let them know, hey, this is what our family has a history of, okay? And there's something you need to know about this. This is not something that should be done. So here's what we're going to do to change it up. I want to make you aware of it so you don't have to deal with it outside of this home, or most importantly, in this home. This is where, with doing ancestral work, you may be realizing you're trying to figure out who you are amidst the influences of external environments, workplaces, close relationships, and things like that. You may be starting to see there's certain traditions that you're pulled to, but your schedule may not allow it. So you may have to reprioritize, and reprioritizing may reveal to you how certain people don't have your best interest. And this is where those secrets could come uncovered. The people that will not like that you're prioritizing in a healthy manner can try to cause issues for you, because what you brought to the table benefited them. And if they're no longer able to get access to these benefits, they'll try to basically make it look as if you're sloppy. And this is where you have to understand prioritization is of the utmost, especially if you're doing ancestral work and you're starting to pick up on traditions that can help you get out of very toxic cycles like domestic abuse, where you may be having a struggle with your identity. In domestic abuse situations, the average person has a identity crisis, because domestic abuse will have you feel trapped to the point where you know that if you step outside this box, you're going to get abused. So when you get outside the box of domestic abuse and you see how hurt the abuser is, you have a choice to become just like the domestic abuser, or to raise awareness on it. And this is where traditions will help you be able to, ground in that I know who I am. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for myself so we can have a better life than what I've gotten used to. The people that are used to struggling and are used to, a lifestyle of conflict, chaos, and confusion, when you leave them behind and they no longer get those benefits, you start to see exactly how evil they truly are. So this is saying, focus on your family life. Here's what these evil-hearted people that you may be dealing with will try to do. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. They'll try to get into your family life. Okay? Now, if they're not able to, they'll try to start rumors about your family life. They'll try to get people so involved in your family life. And this is a time where secrets are coming uncovered. So if those people start lies and rumors about you in your family life, they're simply projecting onto you. And if people are watching to see if it's true, they're watching to see if you are the statements that these people made. Now, if consistently they're not saying it, they're going to start to look at these people. And this is how secrets uncovered will come out. They're going to start to put two and two together and say, logically, how did you know so much about such and such in this manner? They're going to start to take into consideration the reliability of this person's communication and overall, how trustworthy are they? So this is a channel message, all right? If you are in a severe domestic abuse situation and you're trying to figure out how to get out of it, connecting to your roots will help you. Now, one would say, how will that help you? Why don't you just run? Why don't you just run away from the person and start a new life? When you are knee deep into domestic abuse and you're having an identity crisis, you don't know whether you coming or going. You don't even know how to trust your own self, because you possibly could have been financially abused. You could have had your relationship with your children strategically targeted. You could have been made to feel powerless. So when it comes to, making decisions, you may go back to that person. When a person says, hey, I miss you. I'm sorry. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys before I get into this pick a card here. Um, Before I get into the 3 pound pick a card with you guys, it was very difficult for me to understand the cycle of domestic abuse that I was in. And when I figured it out, I started to realize I am not the abuse of this person. I am not this person. So I'll let you guys know something. I am feeling more safe in my physical body after having been severely domestically abused by multiple people, but I'm aware of the cycle that I played in it. So this is how I can keep myself out of trouble. Yes, I do get triggered when I can pick up on similar people who embody this, and this can trigger PTSD. So I remind myself that I'm not in that situation. I'm not close enough to these people for the domestic abuse to occur. But I am aware of how people who don't want a history of domestic abuse to come out, how they will respond if they feel threatened. And especially if their mentality is to underestimate people that they don't know. Also, I'm picking up on something where there was a domestic abuse situation in which a child could have died. So that's some things that you may be dealing with, some people that want that don't want that coming out. Okay? Now we're gonna do 3 powerful positive affirmations of protection to as you go about your day. And then we're gonna do a quick 3 pound pick a card, okay? The first positive affirmation is my thoughts are powerful. As I am aware of the power of my thoughts, I am able to create my dream life. Envy and jealousy will block any manifestation that you have, okay? If you know of someone who is highly envious and jealous, and if they are targeting you, it's because their manifestation abilities are blocked, okay? They could be well known in the esoterics. So if they're going out of their way to target you, there's some manifestations that they need or that they took for granted that they would have abused and exploited. So if you can manifest easily and effortlessly, they may be targeting you because they want you to manifest something for them that they're blocking because they're having envy and jealousy, trying to get you to be unable to manifest. Because what they would do with their manifestations is they would abuse and exploit people. So you may have some people, and this is coming up, whose manifestation abilities are blocked due to extreme envy and jealousy. Okay? But that's why my thoughts are powerful. As I am aware of the power of my thoughts, I am able to create my dream life. If you feel a lot of evil eye, don't take it personal. It's more so people that are evil eyeing you. They may be fully aware that they have created the hellhole that they're in. Then we have a new day, a new start. It's okay to fail. Every day is a new start, and I will treat myself more graciously, okay? You see how it looks as if everything is going well for her? I feel as if you're watching this, you possibly you're able to keep an upbeat way of doing things. You're able to be optimistic in the face of grave challenges. And this is what these people are jealous of and envious of. They're jealous of that strength for you to still keep going when they don't know how to keep going. And the manifestations that they've been manifesting, they may not be in alignment for it. It could also be for more so for selfish gain, and they're being denied it because they're not in alignment for what they're asking for. They wouldn't even be able to take care of it. So this right here says, and your solar plexus chakra. Your solar plexus chakra is probably very strong. So this is where you are protected from gossip. You are also protected from negative projections. Okay, but you also want to keep, doing solar plexus chakra protection so that these people will not be able to emotionally manipulate you, okay? Because this is what I'm picking up on the people who might be going through it, and you may be feeling evil eye. They'll heavily use emotional manipulation only if you give them a chance to. And this is what they'll do. They'll heavily use emotional manipulation to negatively impact your solar plexus. That's something you guys need to know if you're watching this. And we also have rediscovering myself. My true self is showing up more and more. Who I am and what I do is confirmed day after day. So you're showing up authentic. This is what this is telling me. You're showing up as someone who is going through, but you know how to gracefully handle it. What will expose these people who have extreme evil eye toward you is going to expose the fact that they like to take shortcuts, and it's going to expose that no matter what hell they try to put you through, you always remain graceful and gracious and optimistic, and you still share that with others, where these people will be seen for just consistently negatively putting out so much toxicity. So this is what's going to expose a lot of those people. So if they do even try to initiate gossip, it's not going to stick, and it's just going to make people probe into what it is that they're hiding. It's not because people want to know what they're hiding, but if you have toxic people consistently starting gossip about someone that has no connection to them, people start to, understand its projections, and they start to logically say, why would you be exposing yourself by talking about somebody else? What is it that needs to come out? So this is where Secrets Uncovered is going to expose some treachery in close family dynamics. This is where, if the treachery is so bad where people could possibly die by the hands of their own family, and the family would hide it, and it would become a cold case, people are going to be separating from toxic family members who's willing to basically commit murder to a family member who's no longer financially supporting them, and then they would lie so bad about it together that it would become a cold case, and no one would know what would actually happen. So healthy people are starting to say, I'm about to remove my kids and myself from this shit, because healthy people are understanding that toxic family members think children are game as well if they can't actually get access to the person that they're trying to, scapegoat, or, continue to use, abuse, and exploit. And these are the secrets that's coming out and uncovered. And that was very interesting. Now let's see what the 3 power pick a card is going to be about. Mm, 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 mm. Exhausted. Interesting. Relationships. So, this is something y'all need to know. Okay, so this 3 power pick a card. Let me get something to write this down. There are some people who have been trying to act as if they're happy in some relationships, and they're exhausted. The relationships aren't going according to plan, and they're, instead of trying to save face, they're trying to start new. So it's kind of like you're dealing with people who they feel, I'm going to get out of an abusive relationship, and I'm just going to start new, but um they're not actually they're not actually doing the inner work to basically prepare for a healthy relationship. Instead of actually healing from a domestic abuse situation, they're just trying to figure out, how can I go from person to person. And this is also we picking up on homosexuals as well. um I'm picking up on people who aren't exactly being able to lure people like they used to. So they're doing love spells. Yeah, they're doing love spells. Even though they don't actually want the relationships, they're codependent. They're they're unable to attract finances. Anyone who gets with them, their finances dry up. They exhaust their partners, and so they'll do love spells. So this is how to protect yourself from love spells. There's 3 powers, because there's different levels of love spells. Okay, you know, And I don't agree with love spells. I don't participate in that. But the deeper level of understanding that you get of love spells, it definitely, there's a difference. So you may have people starting out at like a baby level, where it's just like, oh, that didn't work. Then you may have people who may be like pros at the shit, and they just, they may have just enjoyed the single life of multiple partners. But the fact is, they're doing love spells to do it. So this is already toxic in nature. Okay, this is already toxic. Then you have the ones who are fully aware of what love spells can do to someone long term, especially if children are involved. And these are the people that will know the karma that comes with doing these love spells, especially if they haven't healed from domestic abuse, especially if they're contributors of domestic abuse, especially if they could be serial daters getting in and out of multiple relationships in which domestic abuse is occurring. When you understand that love spells is not a sign of endearment. If you do a self-love spell, that's a different story. But if you do a love spell to someone who is not interested, and you're just not compatible, you're negatively interfering with someone's life. And there's different levels. So you'll with this 3 power pick a card, you guys will be able to get a deeper understanding of that. If a love spell was done to you, more so it did. That's why you're watching this video. Intuitively you felt led to this video for some reason. And if there is a love spell involved where domestic abuse has occurred, let's get the information you need. Love spells in which domestic abuse has occurred, it's much difficult to get out of it. I wanted to say it was easier, but it's much more difficult because the pain goes so deep. The fact that someone would do spell work on you and continue to subject you to domestic abuse, that's some scary shit. And if you don't get rid of that, get rid of that energy or spell work from that person, you'll continue to attract other domestic abuse situations that can get worse and worse, to the point that you'll be exhausted, and relationships will seem very exhausting. But the good news is that actual love does exist. If you need, someone needs to hear this. If you're at a place where you are doing the right thing and you're exhausted romantically, realize there is a romance for you out here that is going to be patient with you and move at a pace that allows you guys to both healthily heal instead of re-traumatizing each other. Because if someone who has a history of domestic abuse has done spell work on you, if you don't get that residual energy off of you, you'll continue to attract other partners who will domestically abuse you. And that's what comes from not healing from that situation, not forgiving that person, and not forgiving yourself. But without further ado, I'll see you at your pal or pals of choice. Thank you guys for being present. Ooh. So welcome, pal one. How can you protect yourself from a love spell? We have the three of swords in reverse, supported by the Fool and the Hangman. So, if this 3 of swords was upright, this says this was intentional betrayal. The betrayal is so deep and dirty that you guys are being asked to deeply explore everything that happened. That means if you find out some treacherous ass shit, and I mean some treacherous ass shit, accept that it happened, and this will allow you to not be able to take it personal. Because when you realize for someone to be so treacherous, that they would strategically try to set you up to basically go into a direction that will not best benefit you. This right here says this person doesn't know where they're going. They don't know how they're going to get from point A to point B. And this person who did this love spell simply wanted you to be lost with them. They felt that you had a map to a new beginning. But this person, even if they were given a chance with you, they would self-sabotage the new beginning because they're still being treacherous to themselves as well as being treacherous to others. I'm picking up on a person who did a love spell on you, who treats themselves so horrible that they could have went above and beyond to hide this from other people. So they could have had a lot of, the word had is showing up here, had a lot of interpersonal connections where they consistently betrayed people. So you're being asked to accept that when the truth of this connection, if this was a past connection, or if this is a present connection, or if this is of someone who's trying to do a spell work on you, when you realize the truth of this connection, you'll realize not to take it personal because you'll realize how this person sabotaged themselves. With the Fool and the Hanged Man, you're being asked to you're being asked to develop new perspectives. New perspectives will help you not take it personal because when you understand how treacherous this person is that has done this spell work on you, when I say this person is in survival mode, this person learned esoterics, and this person did it as a closet witch, but this person also understood that they weren't able to do certain things. So this person runs on survival mode. So more than likely, if they targeted you, they felt that they could treat you like a cash cow or like a big papa bear. So this person is very treacherous. This person didn't this also with this person having known about esoterics and being a closet witch, they possibly if if you go into a new direction, let's see what's gonna happen. But more so, you not taking what they do personal will protect you from this type of magic. Because when I say this person, the type of energy they have, the residual energy that can linger from the spell work, is you'll be attracting diabolical people just like them. And it may not make sense. It'd be like, why am I meeting people like this person? This is how nasty the spell work they did is. They could have followed it by the book, but because they understand that the energy you carry influences the spell work, if they have done the spell work on you, not taking what they're doing personal is going to protect you from it. And it will also make it so that you'll be able to you'll be protected with physical distance from them, because with this white rose, every time you're doing something, they won't be able to basically impede on what you're doing. Do stuff, if your intuition says learn this new skill, pick up this task, do it, and this will make it so they can't get access to you physically, because this person's extremely treacherous who's done this spell work. They're real treacherous. And not only would you have attracted people just like them with this spell work, this person would have basically sacrificed you just to save their own lives from the people that also would have been attracted to you with this spell work. It's like whatever this person did, whoever they betrayed, all of it is in it. So not only would you have experienced difficulties from this person, you would have experienced difficulties from the people that they betrayed, and so forth and so forth. So not taking what this person does personally will protect you from the spell work, and make it so that they'll, like, if they're trying to figure out how to get access to you, Every time they try to figure out how to get access to you, you'll be on something new so that they won't be able to get physical access to you, because they'll be aware that they're obviously not wanted around. So this is the type of this person, when they do spell work, they're so codependent that everyone connected to them, it's like that they'll be trying to take and leech from you too. So if this spell work has occurred and you could have experienced that type of thing, possibly if you were getting abused by their people, they possibly got so afraid of being abused by those people themselves that they could have distanced themselves from you, but at the same time knew that they weren't actually distant from you because they knew how the spell work worked. So if anything, they're more afraid of the spell work backfiring onto them. And that's what you guys need to know, pal one. And we'll end it there. Welcome, pal two. So how can you protect yourself from love spells? All right. We have the Knight of Swords. I like this one. We have the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Stay focused on your goal. Stay. I feel like stay focused. And with the Seven of Spades in reverse, keep it 100. Okay. The more honest you are, this will protect you from anything that can attract any diabolical love spells. Okay. And the reason I said diabolical is because we have people, not being honest about who they are, hiding a shit ton of history that you need to know about. Here's how true love actually happens. If someone accepts you as you are, and they're not like saying, hey, that's embarrassing. You look good right now. Let's, however you look is enough. Let's keep up with this, but don't ever mention what happened before, because that's embarrassing. And you walking around like, but bitch, that's my past. Nigga, that's my past. And then when they get mad at you, this is the type of people I'm picking up that have done spell work. They'll sit there and the very same thing that you try to, open up with them about to develop intimacy, they'll use it against you. They'll go tell people, guess what, such and such. They'll go and... So I'm picking up on people who have done love spells, who, if you're not doing exactly what they want you to do, how they want you to do it, they'll sit here and tell your business. And then when you're getting bullied, they won't do anything about it. But when you have the resources they need, that the person that is basically telling your sensitive information to the wrong people is being nice to you. But people that is bullying you start being nice to you. I'm picking up on somebody who they think with the Knight of Swords, they think that if I play both sides of the fence, I'll be good. No, to protect yourself from this type of spell work, people doing this shit, always keep it honest with people. Realize that when you're dealing with very tricky, cunning people who are in survival mode, always keep it honest with them, because you can start politics with them if you go back and forth with them lies with them. This is where they'll get clout off. Oh shit, that person lied. Oh yeah, and you got politics going. And these people are literally looking for some political action. Why? Because they want to basically put out whatever they believe in, even though it's selfish at the end of the day. It's so selfish. But these are the people who's doing these love spells. So here's the thing, getting involved with people like this, you only are going to constantly be stressed the fuck out. In the beginning, you won't see this shit happening. It'll seem as if these people know the right people. They got all the resources I need. No. These people use love spells for politics. These are These are the type of people who do love spells on somebody just so they can get a partner, so they can win a fucking election, bro. So when you understand that these people, they're pathological liars by nature. These are the people who will try to garner sympathy. If the love spell isn't working the way they want it to, they'll basically project the disappointment onto the person, and then they'll try to say, they took advantage of me. So these are the people that you're protecting yourself from love spells. With the Knight of Swords here, be on your P's and Q's and stay sharply focused. Not from a place where you're fear-based and you're wondering if you're about to get whacked. No, just be mindful that you're dealing with very cunning people. They don't understand the value of love. They don't even understand the value of esoterics. So when they get their hands dirty in love spells, they're not understanding that this is not going to benefit anyone. So if they're not, if they don't normally do the spell work themselves, they could have hired people. These are the people I'm picking up. They could have hired people. But this is showing with the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune that you're protected from these people. These people could indirectly be trying to do energy transfers. You know, you could be experiencing a winning streak, and they may be trying to do this to you so that they can get your luck. So another reason these people will be doing love spells is so that they can do an energy transference. These people will come off very, like I'm the ideal person, also that they can have sex with you. And this is where the spell work could have been done so strategically. What the fuck am I? Okay, hold on, y'all. The people you protecting yourself from the spell work, they could have not only been using love spells, they could also been using sex magic. These people use sex magic as well. Anyway, so this is how they would did the karma transference through sex magic. All right. So these are the people you're protected from. These people are by any means when necessary. These people get their hands dirty and they like to act like they're not getting their hands dirty. You are divinely guided and protected from these people. These people are only have targeted you for spell work because they simply want to be on top again. They want to be considered the people who is the people to go to. But literally the only reason they're doing this is because they feel like what they have to say doesn't matter. So what these people would do if they were able to do energy transference with you, they would basically become the very same tyrants they would become tyrants. They would become tyrants. And it's not like they're even trying to get away from the tyrants. They would simply become tyrants. So basically, you're protected from people who are tyrannical in nature. And if they didn't do the spell work because they're afraid of it, they could have went to a magic practitioner to have done the spell work. And so the person who did the spell work for your pal, pal too, that person's gonna get some very nasty karma. Because if they exchange high dollars with someone to do spell work on you and it's not working, not only do they have to worry about the repercussions of, bratty like people who will try to, like, I paid you for this spell work. They're afraid of the repercussions of that. And they know the dirty downside aspects of spell work that doesn't work for bratty people. But not only that, they know they also have some heavy karma to pay. Because these people who did the spell work for some people who are afraid to get their hands dirty in spell work, well, they knew that if the spell work didn't work and it would come on them, they don't exactly know how to get themselves out of these situations. Anyway, we're going to end it there for you guys. I hope that you guys will use this information with integrity. If you don't, you get bad karma. It is what it is. Welcome, Pile 3. Thank you guys for being present. So let's see, how can you protect yourself from love spells? We have the Three of Wands, and we have the Star, and we have the Three of Cups, and we also have the Ace of Pentacles and the Emperor. You are protected from love spells, Pile 3. Your path is clear. You're being asked to continue going in the direction that's going to best benefit you. Whatever you're doing that you love doing, that's positively helping your external environment, continue doing that, Pile 3. You are protected from love spells. Because this is saying how to protect yourself from love spells, and this is showing that you are protected from love spells, okay? We also have the Three of Cups. If you have had any love spells done to you in the past that blocked you from actually being able to healthily identify and discern healthy interpersonal connections for friendships, that's going back to the sender. So whoever did the spell work on you to isolate you from healthy people, they're going to get that back. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I gotta be honest. So this means you're going to you won't have to deal with them in your ear talking about why you always around this person, why you always around that person, things of that nature. Also, I feel as if blockages to you actually having healthy friendships is actually cleared. So if you're in toxic friendships, you're being asked to just cut it loose and to pursue your new friendship groups. Okay, this is what this is saying. It's safe for you to do so. With the Temperance card here, have faith that doing this, it will be well blessed. Only you can stop yourself from having those healthy connections that you're actually seeking. All right? Only you can stop yourself from it. Stay focused on your money. All right? Stay focused on making sure your foundation stays legal, stays clean. Don't get any scandalous people involved because they're going to bring scandal energy to it. You could have had love spells done on you in which it was scandal after scandal, which you got so used to drama that when you experienced peace, you thought some shit was going to pop off. So this is where the friendship group comes in. You're being asked to expand outside of your normal, to network with high vibrational people, because you are in a high vibrational energy with the Emperor here. Continue to stand your ground and understand that if you've had any love spells done on you that can bring scandal to your financial foundation, continue being in your power. This will keep everything about you clean. This is where the people who could have done love spells on you with scandal connected to their name, they'll more than likely just try to compete with you. And instead of, directly approaching you, you're also, if you have a brand, your brand will be protected from scandal. And the Temperance card is saying, I understand that you may have any fears about leaving behind certain people who don't serve your best interests, but realize this is the best time to do it. When you're watching this video, this is the best time to just say, enough is enough. You're a liability. You're not positively contributing to long-term generational success. You have to go. Because you're on the road to having your dreams come true. Now, we're going to talk about the Emperor card and the Ten of Pentacles card coming up. The Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles energy, and you're not in this energy yet, but you will be in this energy in the future, is not a kiss ass. The Emperor is not someone who's going to be like, oh, shit, I got people talking shit about me behind my back. And it more than likely, you could have had love spells done on you by very beautiful faced women whose sex was immaculate beyond anything you can imagine, but they bought nothing but scandal with them. Now, if you're in an Emperor energy and you're like, I still miss the sex, bro, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. You could be friends with some women who did love spells on you, who were caught up in scandal, and you could have some good sex with them, honey. Don't be dumb enough to go back, cause honey, let's see what happened if you go back. Well, y'all ain't going back. Interesting. So pile 3. I'll tell you what the cards I got. This is you choosing to not give into lust traps. So let's talk about these. I feel like pile 3, y'all need to know this. Past love spells that was done on you used some potent sex magic. The sex magic was extremely potent. Uh, y'all had some really freaky, wild stuff happen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's part of human experience. You know, if you in that energy, that's the energy you attract. But you had people do love spells on you using sex magic, and they also brought scandal to everything that you had going on. So this deck of cards is saying you like, look, if I had sex like that before, I can have it again, but with one person. So y'all must have turned monogamous. And that's why you protected from love spells, because you're choosing to be monogamous. You're starting to understand the depths of how scandalous these people that you're connected to are, but at the same time you're understanding how you can also be scandalous yourself. And because you're accepting and making peace with that shit, you're not letting that shit get to you. Oh shit. Very interesting. And if you also had a sex addiction, I'm not picking up on it anymore. I'm picking up on whoever did love spells on you guys in the past, pile 3. They they used your sex addiction against you so you could self-sabotage. Mm-hmm. That must have been some good sex. Hee hee, child. No worries, no worries. Look, have faith. Have faith. It gets better. What y'all experienced was just the beginning of the plateau. You know, the lower level shit. High level shit, what you're manifesting. And you are manifesting it with the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. So y'all protecting y'allself from that type of shit. Cause y'all choosing to be monogamous. So what this says, pile 3, is if you choose to be monogamous, you're protecting yourself. With the Queen of Swords, continue to keep your boundaries. This will expose the treacherous people who keep trying to do love spells on you and try to trap you in sex magic. Cause the Queen of Swords don't give a fuck. She like, look, you ain't look, I'm having a good day. Keep that stupid shit over there. I feel like whatever you doing, pile 3, you letting people that do love spells and overuse sex magic. They getting karma for that too. The people that over abuse sex magic with you guys in love spells, they getting karma for that. You starting to see what's really up. So what's the karma of the people who abuse the sex magic? Y'all don't need to know that. That's not coming up. Y'all didn't abuse sex magic, and something tell me y'all don't really care. This is karma for you guys though, pile 3, and we're gonna end your reading after I give you this positive, high vibrational reading, because you guys are doing what you need to do. You're willingly choosing not to give into heavy abuse of sex magic and love spells from very beautiful faced people that know they're abusing the esoterics. You have faith that there's something bigger and better for you out here, and you're going after it. The Temperance here says you know you're safe. You're trusting in your higher power. The Nine of Cups says you're at peace with simplicity. Congratulations with the Chariot. And this says you've put an end to a very karmic cycle. So you guys have been busting your asses, protecting yourself from people who will do some lower level shit like this to y'all. Love spells, sex magic, and everything that you don't want to come with it is y'all protecting yourself from that. And because of it, you're going to basically be able to have the family life that you guys deserve. And that's not an easy karmic cycle to break out of. Thank you for this high vibrational message, pile. Thank you for this high vibrational message, pile 3. You guys don't really care what happens to those people who did those love spells on you, who abused the sex magic, who basically try to put scandal on you guys. You guys don't care. So I'm about to use that as well and not care about stupid shit today. Thank you, Pile 3, for expanding my perspective. And keep up the good work, Pile 3. Wish fulfillment is coming in as well.